But taking the win. Really quite difficult to say who you'd put as favourites going into tonight's game, but if you're pushed, I'd have to say Slovenia probably just edge it. That said, whichever team leaves with the win tonight will have made one big step towards qualification for the knockout phase.
Well, as you say, Slovenia underlined their ambitions, perhaps even for a podium place with that solid win over Poland on the first game day. What impressed you most about them, Mark?
Well, it was an interesting game, that's for sure, and it was Slovenia's intensity on both ends of the floor that impressed me. They left the game with 12 steals under their belt and 22 points from forcing the turnovers for Poland. That's a level of defence that's going to trigger a confident offence. They seem to be also the most focused team in the group, and that's going to be hard for other teams to break through. I really do have a feeling that this could be the tournament where Slovenia claim their first ever EuroBasket medal.
It's certainly a top quality roster. We'll have a look at that in a moment. Time for the Finnish players to be presented. And well, Mark, confidence is sky high for the Suomi at the moment. There's a real connection between the fans and the players. How will that first night win over France impact their performance today?
Well, what a first night it was for Finland here in Helsinki. History being made, a record crowd for basketball in Finland, and an overtime win over France. It doesn't get much better than that. Can they replicate that performance tonight? If they do, they could potentially claim another big scalp in front of a fanatical crowd. However, a huge team effort is going to be needed to keep that unbeaten record alive. And their bench contribution, 44 out of 86 against France. They'll need something similar tonight if they want to leave with the win.
Well, it's an absolutely massive game. There's Jamal Wilson, the man who won the game in overtime for the Suomi against France 2 nights ago. It's another full house here. Before the action gets underway, it's time for the national anthems. Well, if the arena wasn't already rocking, it certainly is now. Maamme, the name of the Finnish national anthem, means our land, and Finland, well, they performed admirably on their own court 2 days ago, and they're looking to repeat the feat and make it 2-0 in Group A. Our officials tonight: Alexander Glisic, Apostolos Kalpakas, and Zafer Yilmaz from Serbia, Sweden, and Turkey. Slovenia side full of youthful exuberance and also plenty of experience as well. Here is a full look at that roster then. The star of the show from Thursday's win over Poland was, you guessed it, Goran Dragic, 30 points. Luka Doncic deserves a notable mention as well, and plenty of other big performers there, Mark.
No, absolutely. It was the backcourt of Slovenia that stole the show on the opening day. 30 points from Dragic, 11.8 rebound, 8 assist performance from Doncic on his competitive debut for Slovenia. Ably supported by the likes of Gasper Vidmar, who did a great job in stopping the threat inside from Poland. He'll be tasked with the same job again tonight.
Ratko Jančar coming into the starting five for Slovenia this evening. And the Finnish roster, well, we can talk about youthful exuberance for them as well. That's the man who is talk of the town at the moment, Lauri Markkanen, the big statue up of him in the fan zone in the centre of town as well. He lit up the court on Thursday, and he might be the player that Slovenia are fearing tonight. But lots of experience here. Huff, Lee, Salin, Koti and Koponen. They were the starting five. Finland last played Slovenia at EuroBasket 4 years ago, and the Susiengi got the win then. And quality from the bench as well. And let's see that starting five confirmed.
I think Koponen could play a key role tonight, controlling the tempo and the emotions for Finland. His distribution on the offensive end against France, where he dished out 8 big assists, was absolutely crucial to them winning that game. The other player you have to look at on the Finnish side, and it's hard to ignore, is Wilson. He took the country on his shoulders. He not only scored the basket that took the game to overtime, but he took the tough shot to win the game. But the highlight, 2 players, the spotlight tonight, Lauri Markkanen, 22.7 rebound debut for his country at EuroBasket. And at the other end of the spectrum of his career, Goran Dragic, a 30.4 assist game in what is going to be his final EuroBasket. Interesting contrast, but both critical players to their teams.
No shortage of star quality then. Igor Kokoskov, the Serbian man in charge of the Slovenia national team, just communicating those last messages, those last plays going through with his players. And Henrik Detman, vastly experienced now, in charge of Finland. Spoke of great joy over their win over France, but he and the team look determined to even improve on that performance.
Yeah, absolutely. I think they're confident now, and that confidence is going to go even higher tonight in front of what seems to be an even busier arena than the first night. The noise levels have been unbelievable already, and we've not even taken to the court.
Yes, it could well be intimidating for Slovenia. New record was set on Thursday, and we are expecting another new record tonight. Both teams will be pleased to have set the tone, so to speak, in a EuroBasket campaign, starting with a win. It's so important, but it's just as important to keep that run going.
Oh, absolutely. Confidence breeds confidence. If these guys can keep the unbeaten record going, both teams will be keen to make that happen, so they can go into game 3 with really 1 foot in the door of qualification for the knockout stages.
We know this Finland team are good. That win over France proved it. Question now is just how good they are. How far can they go at EuroBasket 2017? It's been a while since they've got past the last 16. The first target is to get there and then see what happens in Istanbul, I guess. But we are all set for the action here in Helsinki. So here we go then. It's Finland against Slovenia. It's EuroBasket 2017, and the winner goes top of the group. Here's Koti for Finland, who are playing in the white. That's a nice bounce pass, and Koti knocks down a nice 2 to get things started.
A great start, a little 1-2 play, and Koti gets open for the mid-range jumper.
Dragic trying to showcase his passing qualities, and Jančar was on the end of it and was fouled by Huff.
Both teams starting brightly, both teams starting confidently. Dragic throwing the lob pass to Jančar. Can't quite convert, but he'll go to the line.
Goran Dragic just makes passing look so easy. Slovenia look one of the most focused teams we've seen this week, Mark. How do you think the crowd's going to affect them tonight?
A lot of these players have played in big atmospheres in their club professional careers, so they'll be used to hostile atmospheres. What adds to it, though, is the pride that we pumping through their veins, representing their country.
Mistake by Koponen, straight to Muric, and Finland will need to cut out errors like that if they're going to stand a chance of beating this very talented Slovenia side.
That's two very early fouls with Salin caught on the wrong part of his foot, not able to react to Dragic's drive to the basket.
Dragic inbounds to the big man, Gasper Vidmar. Now Doncic from the perimeter. Sees his shot come back off the iron. And Koponen brings it to the front court. And that's a foul caught on Dragic.
Interesting from the officials, they're setting the tone very early, which is always good from a player's point of view. You'll never get complaints from players. As long as the referee sets the tone and sticks by it, they're more than happy.
Salin for three. Good!
Strong opening for Finland.
Satsu Salin mustered up 14 points against France. That's a good way to start here. Chanchar also from the perimeter. Muric with the follow. Vidmar, and he banks it in.
Vidmar doing what Vidmar does. Just the garbage work under the basket, scooping up the loose ball and going straight back up strong.
Classic Gaspar Vidmar. Cotti trying to work his way into the lane. Chanchar mopping up the rebound. Here's Luka Doncic. He had a slow start in that game against Poland, but really came of age in the second half as Vidmar manages to poke a pass through to Muric, and he puts it up and in off the glass. Koponen to Salin for three. Very, very nearly rattled in. Igor Kokoskov, he's a coach that really resembles that team focus, really. You won't see his facial expression change, whether Slovenia are up by 20 or behind by 20. Dragic. Into Muric. Feeds Vidmar, and this is going to be an interesting battle. And good work again by Vlatko Chanchar.
The issue you have, doubling down on Vidmar, he's a big man that can actually pass the ball out of the post. He's got good vision and he can see the cutting players.
Huff loses out. And here comes Dragic, bounce pass to Doncic, throws it down one-handed.
Beautiful transition basketball by Slovenia. No easier baskets than transition baskets.
So that's timeout called by Finland, and these are the two players they're most worried about, that backcourt you were talking about for Slovenia.
Oh, absolutely. The combination 1-2 punch between Dragic and Doncic is going to cause a lot of teams a lot of problems in this tournament. Both of them very versatile, both can get to the basket and both can step out and shoot the ball also.
Couple of early assists for Goran Dragic.
A very explosive start to their game on the offensive end for Slovenia. 2.5 minutes in and they're already up to 10 points. That's a worrying sign for Finland. No wonder they called the timeout to try and settle things down.
Salin. Good pass by Cotti to Koponen, now out in the corner with Sean Huff. Left it a little long. Slovenia threatening to grab the rebound, and it was palmed away. And here comes Dragic. Gets into the lane, back outside to Chanchar. Everything going through Dragic. Oh, nice pick up by Muric. It's a long way down. Bit of respite now for the Suziengi, the Finnish Wolfpack. Koponen and Gotti on different wavelengths though.
And in a game like this, they can't afford to be even for 1 second. Every possession is going to count if Finland want to come away with the win.
They've been turned over 3 times in the first 3 minutes. But then here's a turnover now for Finland, and Salin taking his chances from range. But now here comes Doncic. He's moving through the gears, he's quick, and he puts it up and in.
I'm not sure if that was a pass or a shot, if I'm completely honest. It looked like an alley-oop pass. So relaxed when he threw that up there. I'll be interested to find out his actual thought process behind that one.
He's a pretty cool customer. Slovenia on a run of 10-0. Gotti looking to end it, and does just that, nothing but net.
Gotti up to 4 points early.
Muric. Chanchar. This is to the right. Muric almost helped himself to another rebound there. Here's Koponen, draws the foul from Chanchar. Interesting to see that Henrik Denman went for experience from the off, but it might not be that long until we see Lauri Markkanen.
Yeah, no, I think you must be psychic. Markkanen's just gone to the officials' table to come into the game. And Prepelic into the game for Slovenia in replacement for Chanchar.
Anthony Randolph as well, and just got a little taste there of the crowd's reaction to Lauri Markkanen coming on.
No real surprise after the performance he put in against France.
Koponen gets around Dragic, lovely bounce pass, that's nice, and a follow from the captain, Sean Huff. Back to a 3-point game. Here's Randolph though, Slovenia looking to hit back immediately. Good take that by Sasu Salin.
Scrappy play by Salin, helping out on the rebounding side of things.
That's what he's all about. Here's Koponen. From the top of the key, drains it.
Very, very interesting to see Slovenia giving up that shot. That's 3 shots now that they're quite happily to give up that long range too. Completely uncontested, no one chasing out. And this is what Finland are going to do to you. They can hit that shot all day long.
Finland comes surging back, and Igor Kokoskov has called timeout for Slovenia. One-handed jam from Doncic got things cooking for Slovenia. He's been impressive so far. As have the Finnish crowd.
As have every crowd today. Impressive numbers for every single game, and such strong support for all the countries involved.
That's absolutely right. We had thousands of Icelandic supporters setting the tone early this afternoon. And right behind their side, it was a cracking atmosphere for France against Greece. And this tops the lot with Prepelic now finding Dragic. Step back, drains the 2. Classic Dragic.
Gets himself off the mark with a signature move from Dragic.
Salin. Gotti. Here's Sean Huff, trying to find some space. He found just a pocket, that's all he needed.
Doncic is going to need to step further forward on Huff. Can't give him that yard of space to get the shot off.
Dragic, Koponen trying to stop him getting any further. But at times he's an unstoppable force, and the only way you can is by fouling.
Yeah, Dragic just keeps twisting and turning until the lane opens up for him. Such an experienced guard. When you see him in action, the way he just, his first purpose is to draw contact, then he'll take the shot.
First Alvacotti sees him take to the bench, replaced by Eric Murphy. Off goes Doncic in the meantime for Slovenia. And Chanchar re-enters the fray. Well, it was the question we put to Poland, which was how do you keep Goran Dragic quiet? And it's the question really that Finland need to answer if they're going to win the game.
I think it's a question that pretty much any team that faced Slovenia in EuroBasket will have to answer. The first one at the top of every coach's sheet is going to be, how do we stop Dragic?
Sarlit into Sean Huff, and now Jamal Wilson, Thursday's game winner, tries a long-range attempt. I thought he'd mopped up the rebound, Dragic stole it from him. Dragic uses the screen and can't quite find the basket from the perimeter.
Huff there with the tough task of boxing out Vidmar. Picks up the foul.
Huff takes to the bench. Matti Nuutinen comes in. Ooh, pass almost stopped. In the meantime, here's Prepelic.
Looks like it's Murphy's chance to try and stop Vidmar on the boards.
That will be a fascinating battle. Randolph. Markkanen. That's good work from him. And have a listen to that.
Another interesting battle between Markkanen and Randolph. Two very tall players, two rangy players, but both ability to play on the perimeter, either shooting or with the handle. I think that could be an interesting head-to-head battle as the game develops.
Nuutinen. Lauri Markkanen looking for his first points, and he's called for an offensive foul, and the crowd don't like it.
Tough call for Markkanen on that one, from my opinion. Be interesting to see the replay. Did Prepelic get his feet stead? Oh, probably just about. That seems to be a very, very close call. But again, I think one that could go either way.
Three minutes left of the first quarter. Here's Goran Dragic. Now Vidmar returns the pass. Oh, too easy.
How many times have we seen that 1-2 punch between Dragic and Vidmar over the years? Continues to pay dividends.
Markkanen to Wilson. Capture Murphy for three. Randolph with excellent work at the boards. Klemen Prepelic into Randolph. Randolph will use his athleticism, throws up a left-hand hook. And Finland deal with the danger. Wilson out, Markkanen for the perimeter, good!
Picks up where he left off, Markkanen draining another dagger three. And the crowd are raucous again. Nothing but the bottom of the net.
The crowd again making their displeasure felt to the officials. Dragic at first caught a bit of his own player, and then Murphy stepped in the way.
Coach Detman with the right response, just pure disdain, shaking his head, no verbal to the officials, but made it very clear he wasn't very happy with that call.
Gaspar Vidmar taking a seat, and Zika Dimets has come in. In fact, no, Sasa Zagorac has. Beg your pardon. Dragic goes to the bench for the first time. Slovenia lead by 4 in the first quarter. Wilson being marshalled carefully by Nikolic. Wilson, shot clock down to 5, gets it to Murphy, swatted by Randolph.
Beautiful weak side help by Randolph. That's team defense at its best.
Nikolic to Zagorac. Like-for-like change, isn't it? Vidmar for Zagorac. Now Randolph looking to turn. Nearly put it up with a left-hand hook, but Murphy gets to the rebound easily before anyone else. Quick reactions. Salin, good! Drains another 3. Sasu Salin comes to the party.
That's his second 3 of the game, takes him up to 6 points, brings it down to the 1-point game.
Oh, good pass. Prepelic to Randolph. Randolph does the rest.
Always a difficult pass as well, going straight down the lane with the big man having a turning catch.
Wilson. Murphy, oh, it's very physical out there, and Nikolic, ill-advised, puts hands on Wilson, and there's the foul.
Randolph definitely offers a different option for Slovenia.
Wilson into the lane. Good defense again from Slovenia, and now from coast to coast is Vlatko Jančar, but Murphy stayed with it.
Yeah, Murphy read that one very well. Didn't overcommit, didn't go too aggressively, just kept his eye on the ball and made the correct contact.
Nikolic to Randolph. Taking on Markkanen. Oh, and Murphy with the rejection. And the Finnish faithful enjoyed that.
And this is always the key. When you're seen as the underdog, everyone's got to be all hands to the pump. Markkanen working so hard, and then Murphy comes over at the last second to double team across on Randolph.
Not much of a differential between shot clock and the end of the quarter. Hence why Wilson is biding his time here, put under pressure by Alexei Nikolic. 2 men assigned to his task. Shot clock down to 5. Salin, good! Another 3 from Sasu Salin. It's raining triples.
Unbelievable. Opening quarter belongs to Salin when he's dropping bombs like that. The distance on that shot, quite remarkable.
Took a chance, and it was well worth it. And, well, that is the first quarter we were hoping for. Absolutely thrilling basketball again, and not a single point between them. At the end of the first quarter, it's Finland 22, Slovenia 22. Well, let's take a closer look at the stats from that first quarter mark. With the scores exactly level.
Yeah, it was definitely a quarter of 2 halves there. Slovenia out to the races early on, scoring 10 points in the first 2.5 minutes. Finland battling back in, but it shows where the difference is. Slovenia 0 from 5 from the perimeter. whereas Finland have really picked up the perimeter game and they've shot 4 from 9. Pretty much on the back of that one man, Sasu Salin. He's already hit 3 triples in the opening 10 minutes.
Very influential, Sasu Salin. Sometimes goes under the radar, actually, with some of their bigger names, Koponen and Markkanen. But Salin is so dependable. We saw that in the game against France, with 14 points there. Off to a flying start here. The second quarter underway through Klemen Prepelic's inbound pass to Nikolic, and now here's Zagorac to Prepelic for 3. Slovenia at the moment are struggling from the perimeter compared to their opponents. Here's another new entrant into the court. Timo Raniko has left the ball behind there, but Markkanen picks up the pieces and puts it down. Into fortune about that for Finland.
Another great play by the young player. Not overawed by the occasion at all.
Nikolic found a little gap in the lane there and makes no mistake. Raniko. Petteri Koponen out to Markkanen. He doesn't need a second invitation. Drains another 3.
It is quite remarkable how calm such a young man is on such a big stage.
3 from 3 from the field for Markkanen, who's already up to 8 points. Doncic. Oh! Incredible from Luka Doncic. And they're different kind of players, Doncic and Markkanen, but
their ability to impact the game is very similar.
Absolutely.
Markkanen 8 points in just 7 minutes of playing time.
Dragic. Vidmar back on, and he loves a scrap. And he does help Slovenia in possession. Dragic, yeah, got it to drop. Got to be careful here, Finland. That's Dragic into double digits already. Raniko. Koponen. Out now to Matti Nuutinen. Welcome to the game.
Unbelievable. The 6th three-pointer for Finland so far in the game. Shooting 55% from the perimeter. Lighting it up.
Doncic. Oh, Markkanen gets in the way. Doncic, what a recovery. Into Vidmar. And Murphy tries to stop him, but tries to stop him illegally.
What an exciting game we have on our hands here. Players going all out, putting in all the stops that they can to make the baskets. Look at that, 2 of Europe's hottest prospects, Doncic and Markkanen. And then you go to the other end of the career spectrum and you go to Vidmar. Just showing you don't need to be a jack of all trades, a limited repertoire, but he's just absolutely perfect at that low post, battling hard inside, using his body so perfectly to get just enough space to get the ball up.
Second personal called on Eric Murphy. He'll have to just watch his step a little carefully.
I'd imagine they'll make the change and take Murphy out of the game, probably bring Lee in. They need fresh legs on court, being able to battle Vidmar all night.
Well, Finland's biggest lead of the game so far, cut in half. And those 2 free throws. Koponen to Raniko. And Murphy tries his luck from the perimeter, and for once Finland don't get it to fall. Oh, Markkanen with the interception. Just dwelt on the ball a little long there, but Markkanen's come away with it. And it's fouled by Dragic.
A little bit of immaturity there by Markkanen. Offered the hand up from the Slovenian player, they didn't take it. It's all part of the game, young man. Both teams battling hard for the ball. And Markkanen filling up the box score, keeping the statisticians very busy.
Raniko into Petteri Koponen. They've got a good understanding, those two. They're close friends as well as teammates. And Koponen with a long two. Sees it rattle out. Dragic puts up a little mid-ranger. And the iron denies him. And then Raniko is fouled by Doncic. First foul for Luka Doncic, but Dragic is up to 2 fouls.
A nice thing you have with a player like Dragic as a coach, you can pretty much trust him to manage his own foul situation. I wouldn't imagine he'll go on to 3. If he does, that's obviously going to force coach's hand. So Coach Kokoskov will have to make the change then.
Well, you called it. Gerald Lee is into the action. Now Koponen out to Matti Nuutinen, who comes into the lane. Tried the little pass under the rack to Kotti, and it didn't come off. Dragic wins back possession for Slovenia. Doncic. And denied again. Such an interesting battle at the boards.
What the 3-on-1 battle that Vidmar's having to fight at the moment whenever he gets the ball. Beautiful swarming defense from Finland. They're all over Vidmar when he gets the ball that low in the paint.
But Slovenia keep the possession. Vidmar out to Edo Muric. He got off and trust that. Lee nearly got on the end of that long-range pass. Vidmar doesn't often lose the possession, does he? At the moment, Finland might be a little concerned by the number of turnovers. 7 to Slovenia's 3. Slovenia have missed their last 7 3-point shots.
Yeah, if they want to win the game, they're going to have to find some form of perimeter, and here it might start with Dragic.
Oh, leading from the front, Goran Dragic drains the 3.
Timed it better. Dragic just showing his leadership again. Takes himself up to 13 points. Clearly leading all scorers.
It's yet another thriller, even at this early stage, midway through the second quarter. Raniko for 3. Oh, how about that from the veteran?
The bank is open for Raniko as he drops a 3 off the glass.
Dragic responds and 1.
Beautiful play by Dragic yet again. Seems to find a weakness in every defensive set. Little crossover, puts Koponen on his back foot. Only one way that's going to end, and that's Dragic with the finger roll. Koponen played what looked like good defense.
Well,
Dragic draws the foul.
His 30-point haul against Poland was impressive. He's already got 15 points, and there's more than 5 minutes to go until half-time. Matti Nuutinen to Kotti. Back out, Nuutinen. Just had a little too much on it. And Chanchar starts the move for Slovenia. Here's Goran Dragic. Chanchar looked for the bounce pass through to Muric, but there was enough Finnish muscle in the way to see it out of play. Changes continue in the meantime for the Suusijengi, and the high scorer in the game for Finland, Sasu Salin, re-enters the court. 9 points in 9 minutes.
And no matter what changes Finland make, the perimeter threat just seems to keep increasing. Salin back into the game. Going to make Slovenia work hard.
Dragic, shot clock to 3. Oh, Goran Dragic is single-handedly improving Slovenia's perimeter record. 18 points and counting now for Goran Dragic. Bounce pass from Ranico. Gerald Levis left that one a little short, but they've recycled possession well. And Ranico for 3. Tries his luck once more.
If I was Coach Koskov, I'd be looking to take Dragic out now. He's starting to look a little bit tired, and that's where you'll pick up an injury. You've got to protect your key man. He's looking like he's blowing now. A referee's just warned Dragic for flopping on the last 2 defensive plays.
So we've got a 3-point game here in Slovenia's favour. 4 minutes 24 left on the clock in the half. And Vlatko Jančar is about to inbound, but Dragic got some contact from Sasu Salin, and that's trouble now for Salin. He's 3 fouls.
That's a big foul call against the finish. Salin has been producing big numbers on the offensive end.
Well, no complaints from Salin. You can see a little unnecessary. And Dragic never says no to increasing his personal tally. And Slovenia's lead, 19 points. Make that 20.
20 of a total of 38 points have gone through the hands of Dragic. Phenomenal performance from the veteran. And he's still chasing down the double team.
Wilson, half wide open. Good! Drains the 3, makes it a 2-point game. And he's shooting 75% from the field. Dragic, long 2. Lovely. Makes it look so easy. Well, Cotti's been penalised by the official.
That's a tough call as we get to have a look at Dragic's step-back jumper. But Cotti can feel a little bit hard done by on that call. I can understand his frustration. He just moved a little bit too soon out of his set screen position, meaning the referee was going to call the foul.
Randolph, banks open for him. Slovenia are ending this half strongly at the moment. They have a 6-point advantage. Here's the new arrival, Mikko Koivisto. First time for him on the court tonight. Lee. Little hook. Won't come for Finland. And Dragic in transition. Up to Jančar. And another assist for Goran Dragic. And that's a timeout called by Finland. And Slovenia are increasing their lead rather quickly.
No real surprise there. Finland starting to lose their focus, losing track of the game plan, and Slovenia finding it an awful lot easier to score. They need to lock that down as soon as they possibly can.
22 points and 4 assists now for Dragic. And we are, I remind you, still in the first half.
We are. It doesn't seem that way, does it? Seeing Dragic with 22 points, 4 assists on the box score this early in the game. But I don't know why we keep saying it with a surprised voice. He keeps coming back time after time. Just looking at the shooting percentages, very evenly matched on the 2-point side of things. But if you look at the 3-point shooting percentage, Finland far superior, shooting 50%, 8 from 16. Whereas Slovenia only 2 from 10, so 20% for them. That's absolutely how Finland have stayed in this game.
3 times as many turnovers for Finland. It's an area they've got to shore up. Problem is, as soon as they are turned over, Dragic is the one who constantly punishes them. And he looks like he's having a lot of fun out there as the Dragon.
Absolutely. Little show of the guns for the crowd. Just pulling out his full repertoire of moves to entertain the crowd, and that's the problem you have. He's not always going to go left, he's not always going to go right, he's not going to step back and take the jumper. There's such a variety of moves that he can perform at such a high level. As a defender, it's so difficult to anticipate.
They got those 2 early personal fouls. I thought he might have played within himself. He really hasn't done. Here's Wilson to Petteri Koponen. Shifts it into Sean Huff. And Wilson wide open, 3 attempts. Just left it shy. And who's picked up the pieces? It's Goran Dragic. Was that just a mistake from Dragic? Did I see that right?
I think so. Everybody get your diaries out. Make a note. You were there the day that Dragic made the mistake. Yeah, no, just too high on the pass, too hot on the pass. What he was trying to do is capitalise on a mismatch. Lee had hedged so hard against him that he was just trying to make as much use of the overlap and the kind of double team situation as he could.
Finland looking to claw their way back into the score before half-time. 8 points the difference at the moment. Here's Gerald Lee. Now Mikko Koivisto. Oh, that's lovely passing play from Finland. Randolph thought he denied them legitimately, but the officials called a foul.
Beautiful, intricate passing on the interior by Finland, and they'll need to be producing those kind of passes. Koivisto gets in a Markkanen quickly switches it inside to Lee, and Slovenia forced to double team from behind. You're always going to bring an official into the game if you're attacking someone from behind like that.
First free throws of the night for Finland.
And that really does show the difference between the two teams. Slovenia have been to the line 11 times because they've been attacking the paint. Finland comfortable on the perimeter, so they're not going to get the free throws.
Randolph gets in the lane, puts up, and it doesn't even need the glass. Here's Koponen getting into battle with Jaka Blasic. Larry Markkanen's been momentarily quiet. Sure, it won't be long before he's back involved. It's Koponen, long 2. Dragic. Into the lane, and this time doesn't find a finish, but he will get another trip to the free throw line. He's already hit 6 from the charity stripe.
Yeah, the crossover gets in the space against Koivisto again. Markkanen comes across, tries to help, manages to stop him having the opportunity and one play, but it just sends Dragic to the line for what could be his 23rd and 24th point.
Those are some mighty fine statistics at the bottom of the screen for Dragic.
Finland will be so determined to try and keep this into single digits and not let it stay in double digits going into the half-time break. They've got a minute 40 to make that happen, but that will be their kind of battle that they'll have set themselves to win before the half-time buzzer goes.
Koivisto. They can keep it close, the crowd will certainly help them out. Markkanen thought about the three-point shot, instead looks to help out Koivisto. Markkanen this time goes for it, and drains it!
Just unbelievable. This young man continues to amaze with how cool, calm and collected he is in what must be the biggest experience of his life.
Randolph bounce pass into Blasic, puts it up and in off the glass. Good response from Slovenia. That's the double-digit lead again.
Markkanen with his 11th point there.
Hasn't missed a shot yet, Larry Markkanen. 4 from 4. 3 of those are three-point shots. Needless foul from Blazic. So only his first personal. Off goes Dragic. Presumably his last action of the first half.
Yeah, it will be usual tactic by coaches. They'll bring out their key players with a minute, maybe a minute and a half to go before a long break. It means that he'll now get an extra 5-6 minutes by the time this quarter's finished out on top of the half-time break.
Copeland bounce pass, Italy fumbled. And that is turnover number 10 for Finland. Prepelic, step back two, attempted. Blazic with a rebound and an easy follow.
Blazic doing an awful lot of work in tonight's game. He's doing some of the garbage work. He's guarding the point guard for Finland so tightly, causing them problems there. And then he's scrapping around the boards to pick up the scraps.
Came off Chanchar last. Oh dear, Randolph's down and in a lot of pain. He's hurt his hand in the process there.
Looks like it might be some form of dislocated finger. I know that injury only too well. If it is, he'll have popped it back in himself. But that will cause a bit of restriction in the movement of his hands. Yeah, he's popped it back in himself. He'll continue, but that will be an absolute stinger for the rest of the game.
Yeah, that really hurts.
Finland now setting up with 1.4 seconds left in the half. Is it going into the hands of Markkanen?
There's no Jamal Wilson this time. It's into Salin's hands, and Sassu Salin responds and shaves that lead by 2.
A wag of the finger of appreciation from Coach Kokoskov as Salin walks past him to the locker room. But another great play by Salin. He's hardly had his hands on the ball and he's already got 11 points and is joint leading scorer for Finland.
Finland love a buzzer beater. You don't know how important that'll be come the end of the game. At half-time, though, it's Slovenia's game at the moment. Finland 42, Slovenia 52. Another cracking first half of action in Group A, Mark.
And what perimeter shooting from Finland, sitting at 47%, 9 from 19, whereas Slovenia only 2 from 10. That's how Finland have even stayed in this game.
They still trail by 10 though, even with those stats. I guess it's defensively where they've been struggling?
Yeah, I think so. It's also the rebounding battle has caused them issues and they've turned the ball over way too much. 10 turnovers to Slovenia's 4. I'm sure that's what they'll be talking about in the locker room. How do we protect the ball? How do we make our possessions more precious than we have been previously?
Well, we'll leave you with highlights of the action so far, and there's been plenty of great moments. A lot of them from the Slovenian number 3, Goran Dragic, who's led the way on 24 points. And at the moment, he's leading Slovenia towards victory. Don't go anywhere, though. In a few minutes' time, we'll bring you an excellent second half of action. It's Finland 42, Slovenia 52 at half-time.
played 10 on it. Yeah, no, out of Dragic, they've done reasonably well.
Welcome back to the Helsinki Arena in Finland, where Goran Dragic is tearing it up, quite frankly. The Dragon breathing fire with 24 points in that first half in Slovenia's 52 team total. Another player that's been impressive, Lauri Markkanen, is joint team leader for Finland alongside Sasu Salin with 11 points, but overall, Finland trailed by 10. They're going to need something seriously special in this second half.
Once again, we seem to have a very high-scoring contest with both teams absolutely flying on the offensive end. And, you know, you sometimes think, is that down to poor defense? But to be honest, both teams are putting some serious effort. There's been a couple of rotation issues where they've missed assignments, but both teams seem to be firing. You know, the likes of Markkanen lighting up, Salin, unbelievable shooting from Salin, and Dragic just being Dragic and creating scores from so many different places.
Now, Mark, what do Finland need? The Stars, do they need to align for them to win this game? Does Dragic need to come off with an injury or be fouled out? How can they win this game?
I think they need to limit what Dragic can do. It's easy to say and difficult to do. How do you do that? Do you try and force the ball out of his hands? I think one of the tactics, he looked like he was getting tired towards the end of the half. It might be to put on one of your quicker players, one of the quick defenders that can harangue him and harass him, maybe a Wilson that can chase him around the court while he's on the court, making him work hard on both ends to tire him out, and that will limit his impact in the latter stages of the game. But on the offensive end, they've relied heavily on the three-pointer. Now, the famous saying, you live by the three, you die by the three, that could come into effect pretty quickly. If they stop hitting those long shots, they don't have any backup plan. So if I was the Finnish coach, if I was Coach Detman, I'd be looking to maybe get the ball inside a little bit more. They've had some nice interior passing that's worked and got them open shots right under the basket. Maybe provide a little bit more focus to that on the offensive end.
Very, very interesting. And we should say, Slovenia are not a one-man team. Okay, they hit Dragic hit 30 points in that first game against Poland. He was the standout player, but as we pointed out before, there's a lot of talent in this team, and they're being tipped as possible medalists. Do you see any reason to doubt that?
Oh no, absolutely not. People have them outsiders for the medals. Me personally, and I said it from the day we turned up on preparation day here in Helsinki, I think this truly is the year that Slovenia, as one of their fans has got a replica of the trophy once, could go a long, long way and get onto the podium. Huge opportunity for them, so much talent throughout their roster, and having a leader like Dragic at the front, good things could be coming.
Yes, will Slovenia be holding the Nikolai Samashko trophy aloft in a couple of weeks in Istanbul? Who knows? I think their target is somewhere on the podium first and foremost. But they are certainly playing like a very, very good side at the moment. Finland have much work to do as the second half gets underway. Here's one player that we know can make an enormous difference, and Lauri Markkanen knows he won't get any points for that impressive-looking jam. But Finland will want to get him on the ball quite a lot.
Yeah, no, absolutely. His confidence is growing by the second, as that finish after the Muric foul suggests. So they'll look to get him involved, and he's likely to play a pivotal role in the next 20 minutes.
They produced a couple of turning points in that game against France on Thursday. We know what the crowd will do if he gets going. Anyway, here's Sean Huff trying to do it on his own. And on this occasion isn't quite able to do so.
It looks like Finland are adopting to keep the ball out of Dragic's hands, or if he does get it, apply a little bit more pressure than they have, so he's going to have to work a bit harder. Not sure Koppanen is the player that will be able to do that, though. He's played extensive minutes in the first half.
Nice work by Vidmar. Oh, round the back. Oh, that's absolutely glorious.
That is absolutely showboating by Gasper Vidmar. A blind pass over his head to the trail of Muric.
Here's Koppanen in the meantime for Finland. Up to Murphy, who puts it up and in off the glass. Well, just going back to that little showtime from Gasper Vidmar, that was quite unexpected. He is the kind of guy you don't expect to see that from.
No, absolutely not.
Doncic switches it, lovely pass. Dragic left open of all people, and he misses. Koppanen. Salin, good pass. Markkanen rolls it down for the Thunderslap.
Such a beautiful play by Salin. A guy who had a hot hand in the first half, doesn't take the shot, unselfish, passes it inside for the easy two on the jam for Markkanen. Great play by Salin.
Dragic can't go all the way, does find a pass out to Doncic. Now for three, it's Vlatko Cancar, but he rims out, and Finland starting to believe at the start of this second half.
And Slovenia dropped down to 17% from the perimeter. Worrying statistic.
Koppanen. Markkanen! Not on this occasion. Doncic to Muric. Doncic gets to the edge of the lane, and from the high post, can't find the finish. And Sean Huff and Lauri Markkanen combine to clear. Koppanen. Murphy. This is Sasu Salin, who just lost his balance there, but managed to get the pass away. And Markkanen for three. Dragic to the front court. At the moment, still looks like he's got energy in the tank. Doncic.
Great play by Doncic. Couple of changes of direction, steps back, draws Koppanen up into the air. And seeing this replay, oh sorry, this is the Vidmar play again with the great behind the head pass to Muric. But yeah, Doncic with the sensible, smart play to draw the foul, gets himself to the line for two.
Slovenian fans look as focused on the action as the players and the coach.
It definitely means an awful lot to them.
Markkanen calls the play. Koponen trying to get the better of Dragic. Murphy, jump shot from the perimeter, rattles in eventually.
Puts his hands to the sky and is grateful for that one. Such a low trajectory on the shot. Lucky to get it over the front of the ring, and he gets the roll on that one for the three.
Murphy's first three of the night, but it is Finland's 10th. Slovenia have hit just 2 from the perimeter. Dragic. Not even he can change their luck at the moment from range.
No, their perimeter woes continue.
7-point game here, and Finland in possession.
And in the ascendancy.
Yeah, definite sense of momentum shift now. Chanchar doesn't like the call. Foul on Markkanen. And he's up to 3 personals, Vlatko Chanchar, so he'll have to be a little careful.
Coach Kokoskov won't be too worried with regards to Chanchar. He's not pivotal to Slovenia's success. He's one of those role players that comes in, does what they need him to do while he's on the court. I think an issue may be caused if Dragic picks up his 3rd foul.
Koponen, throws up a right-hand hook and nothing but net.
Beautiful play, and he brings it down to 5, and they're bringing the Finnish crowd back into the game.
That's absolutely right. And this crowd can play a massive part for Finland. They showed that on Thursday. But here's Gasper Vidmar. He's surrounded. Can he get out of jail? No, not on this occasion he can't.
Vidmar, the absolute warrior, will battle to the end. He will put his body anywhere for that ball. The kind of player, as a teammate you love him, if you're coaching him you love him, you just know he's going to leave everything he's got on the hardwood.
Five-point game, Finland in possession. They continue to eat away at this lead. Koponen for 3. Oh, drains it! And it's a 2-point game now. And Slovenia have no alternative but the call for the timeout. Petteri Koponen.
The confidence Koponen shows just to pull up that early in a shot clock with a hand in his face to shoot the 3. Amazing leadership from the veteran Koponen. Takes himself up to 7 points personal, but more impressively, Koponen has got 8 assists tonight, really leading his team from the front.
The creative hub of this Finland team. A run of 8-0 here for Finland has dragged them right back into the game. And Igor Kokoskov will just try and steady his side, and Henrik Detman and his assistant there will look to keep these points coming. A little bit of a gold rush.
It's interesting to see Coach Kokoskov on the bench. As you said in the prelude to this game, his emotion doesn't change. Consistent throughout, under pressure as he is now, he's still delivering the message in the same tone, in the same manner. That calmness about a coach, that confidence that this is just a phase, this is another phase. It really does filter into the players, and you'll see them walk back on the court and they will be calmed by a coach who's like that, who has such belief and confidence in their abilities.
Yeah, absolutely right. The teams often take on the personality of the coach, and you can see a lot of Igor Kokoskov in this Slovenia side. Back underway then in the 3rd quarter of this EuroBasket 2017 Group A game between Finland and Slovenia. It's only 2 points in it now. Here's Anthony Randolph looking for Gaspar Vidmar. Finland keep the ball alive and in their possession against all the odds.
All about the hustle for Finland on that play, not giving up on the ball.
Koponen, bounce pass, wide open, Eric Murphy! left it short, Huff with the rebound, out to Murphy, second time. No, not this one either. Doncic clashes with Huff. The referee waves for the play to carry on, but it's turned over. Koponen out to Jamal Wilson. Randolph goes rushing by, Wilson resets. And what a frenetic period of the game this is.
Absolutely. Doncic called for the foul, getting in a rebounding battle with Markkanen. Doncic is always going to be the less favoured in that battle. Only his second foul though, so no concerns for Slovenia on their young star.
What an atmosphere here in the Helsinki arena. 12,000 fans packed inside, and the majority of them hoping for another overtime win for Finland. Although I think they would take it if it came in just the four quarters.
I think, I think a lot of Finns' nerves might appreciate that, and some doctors would too.
Nikolic into Gaspar Vidmar. Oh, Doncic trying it from way outside.
Slovenia getting numerous open perimeter shots, not connecting. As much as that plays in the hands of Finland at the moment, if they start finding some shooting form, it could cause Finland some big issues.
Jaka Blasic about to come on for Slovenia. In the meantime, here's Petteri Koponen. Three-point shot made here would see Finland into the lead, but they're not going to get the chance to. Or maybe they will. Possession remains in Finland with 3 seconds on the shot clock.
Sensible move by Coach Kokoskov, taking Doncic off. The young man just starting to lose his temper, lose his patience. Great move by Coach Kokoskov. Let him come to the bench, let him calm down, cool down, and send him back in when he's ready to resume.
Koponen into Gerald Lee. Got to get the shot off here, just in time, but no. And Slovenia's lead stays intact just. Well, if it's momentum stays with Finland, Kokoskov will be forced to bring Dragic back in maybe a little sooner than he'd like.
Oh, I think he will. Ideally, he won't want to bring him back in, really. If he can get away with this quarter, that would be ideal.
More good defense from Finland, and it's gone to the front court through Lee. Calls for a foul from the crowd. Referee's not interested, and now here goes Jaka Blasic into the lane. Pass to Randolph, and Huff stops him, but it's a foul.
That's a tough fall for Randolph. He hit the wood pretty hard. Back on his feet though. Nice play by Blasic. Hooks the pass around the defender. Randolph goes up strong. And Huff's momentum just plows into Randolph, sending him clattering to the floor. Randolph was 75% from the free throw line in the first game.
First trip to the line tonight though. Makes no mistake. Blasic. Slovenia profiting from the rebound. There's Prepelic getting up to the rack and gets it a go.
Newtonen's gone down very hard, holding onto his left knee. Doesn't look too comfortable.
No, it's going to be a change here. Sasu Salin's going to come back in, I think. That'll be for Koponen, maybe.
I think it might be for Newtonen by the looks of that.
Two changes. Salin comes in, as does Mikko Koivisto. Well, that's not exactly great news for Slovenia, because Koivisto hasn't missed a three-point shot at EuroBasket 2017. He made 2 from 2 against France.
Well, last time the two met in EuroBasket 2013, Koivisto came away with 16 points.
Let's see what influence he has. It's with Jamal Wilson here. Shot clock into single digits. Wilson back outside Murphy. Just a little long. Oh, what a claim that is by Sasu Salin. Back out Koivisto. Murphy at the low post. Puts it up and in. Prepelic. So Gaspar Vidmar, and now Prepelic once more.
Terrible defense by Finland. They've got to chase through the screen. They can't leave Slovenia open to shoot the ball. Yes, Slovenia haven't had a great night from the perimeter, but they have the talent in their team to drop some shots, that's for sure. Not breaking through the screen here. Vidmar sets the pick and no one's fighting through it hard enough. And all we hear is some string music from the Prepelic jumper.
Fifth time lucky for Kleven Prepelic. He missed his previous 4 from the perimeter, but a good time to rediscover his range shooting. Markkanen to Wilson. Wilson goes into the lane, and eventually for Markkanen, and he draws the foul. And he'll go to the line.
Another big play from Markkanen.
Only 2 free throws so far Finland have had.
The majority of their scoring has come from the perimeter, though. They've hit 33 points from long range.
Markkanen ensures he gets the second. And it's a 5-point game. 2 minutes left of the third quarter. Could yet be another grandstand finale involving Finland. Randolph. Not on this occasion. Koivisto, of all people, managed to leap impressively to catch the rebound. Wilson surrounded by Nikolic. Lee tees it up for Koivisto. Koivisto for 3. Drags it!
Koivisto coming on and doing exactly what we expect of him. Spotting up on the perimeter and dropping the long bomb.
Incredible perimeter shooting. Koivisto still yet to miss a 3-point attempt at EuroBasket 2017. Blazic to Randolph. Ziga Dimec is on for Slovenia. Nikolic draws the foul, does he? Yes, he does, and they all like it on the bench.
No, absolutely right call by the referee. Continuation. Nikolic was fouled while he was on his way to the basket. He'd already picked the ball up. Little stumble, picks it up, and then he's fouled. Correct call by the referee to allow the basket and send him to the extra one.
Wilson's got to be careful here. Blazic very nearly managed to pinch possession. It's out to Koivisto. Another 3-point attempt! Oh, absolutely ridiculous now from Mikko Koivisto. 4 shots from outside of the arc at EuroBasket 2017, and they've all gone in the basket.
Could it be a case of live by the 3, win by the 3 for Finland?
Offensive foul called on Ziga Dimec. And it could be another swing of the pendulum.
Interesting to see this one. Is he outside the quadrant? Not really, no. I think that's a very tough call on Dimec. Defender was inside the restricted area. And to a compound that had Lee flying over the back of him.
Wilson, Koivisto thought about it.
Offensive foul called on Lee. A moving screen.
Well, there's only 31 seconds left of the third quarter. Finland have healed the gap. They trail by 10. Now the break. And look who's back. We'll see in a second. That's Sasu Salin.
Yeah, sensible move again by Coach Kokoskov. Bring Dragic in, he'll get at least one possession, potentially two, to cause some more damage and extend the lead for Slovenia.
Klemen Prepelic will try his luck from range. But they aren't getting any luck, Slovenia. Finland will say you make your own luck. Here's Petteri Koponen. Very calm head. Last play of the quarter. Puts it up. Won't get it. 2 seconds. Doncic from his own half. Misses the mark. And that's a much better quarter for Finland. And it sets it up very nicely with 1 quarter left to play. Finland 63, Slovenia 65.
Yeah, an absolutely huge quarter there for Finland, winning it out 21-13. And their rampage from distance continues. The concern will be the free throws, though. They're not getting to the line enough.
No, Slovenia being very careful not to foul. Just 13 in the game overall for Slovenia compared to 19 from Finland. And, well, plenty of talking points, really. Lauri Markkanen, he's shone brightly, 14 points leading the way for Finland. And if they're going to win the game, you feel he's going to be heavily involved in this fourth quarter.
Oh, absolutely. He's going to play a big role in this fourth quarter. But then again, I also feel that the veterans like Koponen will absolutely play their role as well. Salin and Koivisto, they've all stepped up to the plate today when they've been needed. The concern, if I was a Finnish fan, is the fact that Goran Dragic got 4 minutes sitting on that bench at the end of that quarter. He'll now enter this final quarter fresh as a daisy, and he'll be ready to cause chaos once again on the Finnish defense.
Here we go then, 10 minutes to decide this crazy encounter, with Finland trailing by 2 to a Slovenian side determined to go unbeaten all the way to Istanbul if they can. Here's Dragic with the pass, it's out to Blazic. Good! Perfect start for Slovenia.
And again, this is what we were talking about. Although Slovenia haven't enjoyed converting from the outside, only shooting 21% tonight, the threat is constant that they will.
Gaspar Vidmar has 6 assists next to his name. That was his latest. Here's Markkanen on the turn. Difficult shot. Oh, but he makes it. Of course he does.
It's so obvious while there's comparisons being made between Markkanen and the great Dirk Nowitzki. He's definitely taken a few plays out of Nowitzki's book, and that fall-away baseline jumper is one of them.
Vidmar back outside to Jaka Blazic. Doncic. Shot clock down to 5. Got to be used quickly. Doncic goes for it from way downtown. Misses, and Kotti picks up the pieces. Up in the front court now with Petteri Koponen. Kotti. A 3-point game in the final quarter. What EuroBasket 2017 Group A seems to be all about. Tight games, grandstand finishes. There's been plenty of them. Dragic, oh, what a turn. doesn't fall for it. And Markkanen.
That's his 4th rebound of the night. Markkanen starting to work really hard on the boards. But expect to see more of the two-man game for Slovenia between Dragic and Vidmar.
Inbound, Wilson, that's way too easy. Finland make it a 1-point game. And Jamal Wilson loves bringing the house down here in Helsinki. Dragic to Vidmar, oh, what a response, throws it down.
Once again, the two-man game between Dragic and Vidmar. They've been doing it for so many tournaments now together.
Wilson, good pass. Koponen gets towards the rack. Vidmar denies him. But the foul goes the way of Finland. Thankfully for Slovenia, Vidmar's in no kind of foul trouble. That's only his 1st foul of the night.
Amazing, really, when you think about a guy that size that works that hard. So well honed his skills on both ends of the floor.
None from 2 from the free throw line for Koponen. Haven't had many free throw chances at Finland, but even when they have, they've only got a 33% success rate. Could be the little things that decide games. Good hustle from Tukka-Kotti.
Great rotation by Finland there, doubling down. Wilson were left guarding Vidmar. Finland quickly reacted to it, and thankfully for them, though, that Slovenia were not able to rotate the ball quickly to the open man.
Koponen takes his seat. Sasu Salin comes back into business. Here's Doncic rather, but there's an offensive foul call, and that was a rare three-point shot from a Slovenian that went in, but it won't count.
Yeah, Vidmar picks up his 2nd foul with the illegal screen. Still shaking his head at the official, saying it wasn't.
Wilson to Kotti. Very similar records from the field there, as you can see. Most of Finland's have come from threes, and Markkanen comes driving in the baseline and puts one up and in. Immediate response, Doncic. Markkanen with a rebound. Finland trail by 1, they have possession. This could be their first lead in a very long time. It's Wilson, it's back outside, it's Sasu Salin.
Too deep that one, too far away. Finland will retain possession as Blažić throws it out of bounds as he's trying to save it.
What an atmosphere inside the Helsinki arena.
Really amazing. As you just don't think it can get any louder, they seem to find a few more gears to go up within the crowd. A real party atmosphere has been here all day for all 3 games.
Yeah, I thought it was loud earlier when we had the Icelandic brigade in with their thunderclap, but since then it just got louder and louder as the day's gone on. Here's Salin. He's lost out there. Good work by Gasper Vidmar, and now Doncic to Randolph, and Randolph comes into the lane, but he's called for charging on Markkanen.
That's great work by Markkanen. He read the situation. He knew if he'd continued his momentum in a forward direction, it'd have caused a foul, so he backpedals as quick as he can. As soon as he gets his body motion going backwards, it's Randolph that can't make any contact at that point. It changes the dynamic, and the officials make the correct call.
Excellent work by Markkanen. Here is Wilson. Oh, we look for him, and it's been intercepted, and Doncic steadies himself and puts it in.
Great chase back by Wilson. He made the initial mistake, but he worked as hard as he could to get back. Doncic just too quick and too strong for him.
Slovenia, 8 fast break points. Finland haven't had one. Markkanen might lose it again. Chanchal resets it. Won't be quite so quick on the break now. Randolph. The turnover certainly has hurt Finland. Randolph. Oh, Markkanen did brilliantly there in such a small space for a big guy.
Really sums the Finnish team up, though. They're rebounding as a team. They're playing as a team in every aspect. And that's absolutely why they're within 3 of a highly touted Slovenian team.
Wilson. Not on this occasion. Now here goes Dragic. Still going. All the way out to Randolph eventually. And still that perimeter shooting is struggling. Wilson.
Sensible move, slows it up.
Wide open though for the 3. And he drains it to level the scores.
I'm not sure if Jamal Wilson's got a nickname, but from now on he's got to be Mr. Clutch. He turns up at the most opportune moments. Only his second basket of the game, and it's one that ties the game with 4:20 to play.
Yeah, he was 1 from 6 from the field before that. Well, timeout's been called, and it's been called by Finland.
Left with a very interesting final 4 minutes 20 now. Finland will just not lie down. As much as Slovenia keep battling away and punishing them as hard as they can in every aspect, Finland fight back time after time after time. I said it before the tournament started, I'd wonder how many points a 12,000 full arena of Finnish fanatics would be worth to the team on the court, and it's showing that it's worth an awful lot of points.
They're shooting almost 60% in the field in this 4th quarter. If they keep that going, they may well win this game and hand Slovenia their first defeat of EuroBasket 2017.
Once again, Coach Kokoskov just cool and calm and collected.
For one score, and Dragic has had a few quiet minutes.
He certainly has. They seem to have shut him down. They have raised the intensity on him slightly. But you never count someone like Dragic out of the game.
So many big game players to Finland. We mentioned Wilson before. This guy, Markkanen, is worth mentioning. Koivisto, Salin, Koponen. The list is endless. They are a fearless bunch.
Interesting decision by Coach Detman. He's taken Markkanen out of the line. I presume it's just for a minute or so, and then he'll bring him back in.
Perhaps for a grand finale. Here's Dragic, gets past Koponen, gets to the rim, and puts it up and in.
And there's the difference without having Markkanen. You don't have that rim protector that is just floating around the paint the whole time. Markkanen has been sagging off his player on the defensive end the whole time, providing that safety net. So if players like Dragic break through, there's at least someone there to put a block in the way of the easy finger roll.
Goran Dragic has briefly silenced the Helsinki arena.
And taking himself up to 27 points.
Petteri Koponen. Salin, the bounce pass into Sean Huff. Huff. Rims out.
It's not the shot Finland will want at the moment. They want a higher percentage opportunity than that. They don't need to play isolation ball.
Dragic on his own. Oh, denied by Gerald Lee. And Finland have turned it over. Koponen to Sasu Salin. Opening looking for support, finds it in Gerald Lee, over to Sean Huff. Cotti, shot clock down to 5 here, it's got to be used quickly. Huff puts it up, won't get it to fall. Slovenia looking to weather the storm. Doncic.
You know a player's guilt when they put their hands up in the air and effectively say it wasn't me. It's almost a signed confession from Huff there when he put his hands up. Just Finland's third team foul though of the quarter.
Well, you called it, Mark. Markkinen rested for just a moment. They are currently one shy. Just 4 on the court. Mikko Koivisto eventually comes onto the fray. Three-point game, 3 minutes to go. Dragic, the number 3, puts it up and sends it long. Vidmar couldn't grab the loose ball, and now here's Sasu Salin.
And that's exactly what I was saying. Markkinen providing the rim protection. Dragic having to throw such a hard, high arcing shot over Markkinen that it was never going to go in.
Lee. Koivisto briefly lost it, regathered. Randolph trying to stop Larry Markkinen. Good luck to him. It's a long 2, and it's good!
You run out of superlatives for the young man. He just doesn't seem phased, whether it's the opening possession of the game or in the clutch with 2 minutes to go. He's the same player.
Here's Dragic. Gets into the lane. It's awfully congested in there. Shot clock's down to 4. It's going to be used quickly. Vidmar puts it up and gets the foul. Just a word on Larry Markkinen's tally. He's up to 20 points now, almost twice as many as anybody else on the team.
Yeah, no choice for the referee there. Lee hadn't established himself and his feet were way inside the restricted area. Never going to get a charge in violation there. Vidmar can go as strong as he wants against him.
Dare to make a prediction at this stage, Mark? 1 point game, 2 minutes to go.
I'm going to say it quietly. I think Slovenia will edge it. I think their experience and the players they have to put the ball into the hands of will probably just push them over the line. That said, I wouldn't be saying it too loudly in this arena. And Finland are by no way out of this game.
It could be another night that features overtime as well.
Can I change my call just now after the missed free throw?
Go for it. To Markkinen, it could all hinge here. Hits the iron, and good work by Luka Doncic to sweep up. Down goes Salin. No foul called.
Salin's got to be careful. The referees can give unsportsmanlike fouls for flopping. So unnecessary from Lee to come over that hard. He didn't need to do it. Copenhagen was doing a great job fronting Randolph, so much so that Randolph had to take the pass right into the corner. What's he going to do from the corner? It's a long, long way to the basket. Oh, look at that great defense by Copenhagen. He's not going to do a huge lot. Lee just needed to shuffle across and get in front of him, so when he pivoted, he was there in his face.
Well, Gerald Lee in a bit of foul trouble. He's on 4 fouls. He's got to be careful. He might join the captain that's being fouled out. Signs of Anthony Randolph being a little wild. But he calms himself and shoots down the second free throw to restore Slovenia's 3-point advantage.
This
Muric coming back on.
This game has been a full physical battle for the entire game. They have kept the sweat monitors, the boys and girls, the local volunteers that clean the floor of sweat, so busy tonight. It's been an absolute wrestling match as players have been vying for position at every opportunity.
crowd are doing their bit. Both teams have still got 2 timeouts available. That can make all the difference. Oh, Randolph comes across and blocks.
Interesting to see the replay on that one. Dragic very sure that Wilson knocked it out of his hands. We couldn't see it from our vantage point. But I think the referees are going to look at the tape. We're in the final 2 minutes. I think they're permitted to look at the TV replays on instances like this just to make sure in such critical moments of the game that the calls they make are the right calls. The last thing you want is a game like this to be decided on a wrong call.
Well, in the meantime, Slovenia have called timeout, and it's a chance just to press the reset button and to work through some strategy.
It'll be interesting to be within either of those huddles. Both coaches obviously having different angles. Slovenia, they'll hope they'll get the possession on this call, and it really will be important for them to get a score in this possession. That really will help them towards their win. Finland, on the other hand, they know they've got to get a stop. They've got to protect that rim. Lightly Markkanen will play a big role in the defensive end, making sure that no one gets any easy scores. But there you go, there's a tail of the tape from the perimeter. Finland absolutely on fire. 14 made triples in a game. Slovenia only 4. It really has been Slovenia going to the basket strong and to the free throw line, whereas Finland have been lighting it up from long range.
Well, if Slovenia do win this game, it will be in spite of their 3-point record, because of how well they played in every other category.
It looks like the original call has been upheld, so Finland will have the baseline ball.
Unbelievable atmosphere. It's Koponen to Markkanen, and that's a foul. Trip to the line coming for the dependable Lauri Markkanen. Finland have actually endured a torrid time from the line so far today. But Markkanen looking to redeem that statistic. Two from 2, makes it a 1-point game.
It's been a very low-scoring final quarter, 13-12 in favour of Finland. Very nervous, both teams.
Here's Dragic. Is this his time? Dragic escapes the attentions briefly. It's patted out, good pass. Prepelic misses. And Markkanen gets the rebound, and here come Finland looking for a lead.
I imagine this will be a 3, maybe 4 possession game left here, depending on the foul situation.
Koponen trying to shrug off Dragic. Markkanen up against Muric. Markkanen!
A huge mismatch, and Markkanen makes them pay. Muric, no chance he's going to stop Markkanen's huge wingspan. A left-hand hook off the glass, and Finland are in the lead.
Finland in the lead for the first time since the second quarter.
What do they say? It's a marathon, not a sprint. They seem to time themselves perfectly. They did it in their first game against France, coming back in the closing seconds. And they're doing it tonight against Slovenia.
What a game again, folks. EuroBasket 2017 is throwing up some memorable games.
Markkanen up to 24.7 rebounds. A phenomenal performance from the young man. Any Chicago Bulls fans watching this game must be licking their lips with the kind of player that they've got joining their roster next year. There's no two ways about this though. The ball will be in the hands of Dragic. You'd imagine they'll bring Vidmar up to the top. They'll play a little two-man game on the pick and roll. What they'll be hoping is that the wing defenders of Finland are drawn in to help out on the pick and roll. As soon as they're drawn in, Dragic will whip the ball out to them, open for the three. We saw it on the last time. Prepelic from the corner came up a little bit short, but that's no doubt what they'll go for. Either Dragic will go to the basket strong, or Slovenia will look for that open three.
Here they come. The Susijengi, the wolf pack of Finland.
I don't think there's a person in this arena that are still on their seat.
38 seconds left of this incredible contest. Randolph to Dragic.
Here comes the Vidmar screen on the pick and roll. Blocking foul called against Wilson.
Well, the crowd initially thought that was an offensive foul called on Dragic.
At first look, that looked like a good call. Yeah, Wilson still moving laterally. He hadn't established himself. That's a good call by the referee, sending Dragic to the line for two.
Another twist. Deafening noise inside the Helsinki arena.
We have a very nervous Finnish commentary team to the left of us at the moment.
Dragic makes the first, levels the scores. This to take Slovenia into a slender lead. No trouble.
Still a two-possession game though. Even if Finland run the clock all the way down, Slovenia will get the ball back with the chance to win it. They'll play the two-man game now.
Wilson looking for a score here, puts it off the glass, but doesn't get it to fall. And Slovenia will get the final say in this game by the looks of things.
Randolph seemed to feel the pressure last time down the court at the free throw line. Let's see if he's found some calm.
He's missed the first. That could be crucial.
That's absolutely crucial. That puts it, even if he makes this, it's only a two-point ball game. That means Finland have it in their hands to win the game with a triple.
Not even a triple's going to be required.
Wow. In hindsight, what a great foul by Finland, sending Randolph to the line. He does not seem to deal with the pressure very well. His first experience of international basketball, and it's playing on him. He doesn't seem to be too calm. So Finland now will be planning that one play. 13.3 seconds to go in what could be another historic win for Finland in Helsinki, in front of just shy of 12,000 fans. Who will the ball go to? Will they look to go to Jamal Wilson again? That said, we're looking at the shots now. Pick any of those players. Salin, Markkanen, Koivisto, Koponen. They all have the ability to hit big shots in pressure moments. But they will run the clock down. I imagine that Slovenia will put an awful lot of pressure on the ball, trying to win it off them so they can get a breakaway transition layup. But as long as Finland can hold on to the ball and keep their nerve, they won't make a move until the clock drops below 5 seconds. They want to make sure they get the last shot of the game.
Let's see who comes back out for Finland.
I imagine it will be a team of shooters. I imagine it will flat out be a team of guys that can shoot.
It looks like it. Mikko Koivisto, not seen that much of in the game, but when we have, we've seen him score. He's got 100%.
Yeah, I think they brought the firing squad out. Let's
see if it pays off. Koponen to inbound here to Lauri Markkanen. It's in his hands, the 19-year-old. Markkanen trying to escape Randolph. Oh, he's lost it. And Slovenia here to win the game. Anthony Randolph.
And that is exactly what we were talking about. Pressure on the ball applied. Markkanen spills the ball to Randolph. Randall makes an amends for his missed free throws with great hand speed. He's out on the break, leaving Markkanen on the floor, and finishes it emphatically with a two-handed flush.
Emphatic, certainly.
But again, the team spirit of Finland. Markkanen left in a heap on the floor, devastated. Still 3.1 seconds left on the clock. Only a 3-point lead for Slovenia. Finland still have the opportunity to tie the game. His teammates ran over to him.
That's right, it's not done yet. But it's going to take something seriously special to drag this to overtime.
Yeah, it certainly is. It looks like the Finnish coaching staff are drawing up a play that's going to see someone cut along the baseline, swing right round the baseline. I imagine coming out on the strong side and spotting up for the three. 3.1 seconds. Because they took the timeout after the score, the ball also is advanced over the halfway line as well. So that gains them an extra 40-45 feet up the court.
Well, whose hands is this going into? It's going to start with Mikko Koivisto. I thought he might take the shot because he hasn't actually missed the three-point shot yet at EuroBasket 2017. Eric Murphy comes into the court.
Koivisto trying his luck there. Prepelic jumped over the line. Koivisto trying to get Prepelic a technical foul.
Koivisto to Markkanen, takes it outside, puts it up. It won't go.
He stepped out of bounds.
He stepped out of bounds, did he? And with 0.8 seconds to go, that'll be the game, won't it?
Yeah, absolutely. The ball now in the hands of Slovenia. Markkanen looks like he might have hurt himself as well. Might have turned his ankle on the landing. Doesn't look too comfortable. It wasn't the pass he wanted. He wanted to receive the ball spotted up on the wing. The pass was too short. And that leaves him hobbling off the court. Not the end to the game that they would have wanted to see.
What a win for Slovenia. They go 2-0 at EuroBasket 2017. They have beaten the hosts in another incredible nail-biter in Helsinki. Igor Kokoskov salutes the crowd. He salutes everybody here who has taken part in one of the great games in recent EuroBasket history. Finland, well, they just can't keep themselves out of these thrillers. Great effort from Henrik Hetman and his team. They gave everything to shave the Slovenian lead, which was at 10 points at halfway. They clawed it back in the third, but in the end, Slovenia just had enough experience and nous to get over the line.
Yeah, Slovenia had a big night tonight. They closed out. That's a good test of their character, even with Finland's huge three-point shooting. And again, look how close that game was. You can look at the stats for yourself. Outside of steals, rebounds, 39-38. Such a close game. But Finland ultimately turned the ball over too many times. That probably is the telling statistic.
Very disciplined, well-drilled and organised Slovenian side, led by Goran Dragic. 29 points and 8 rebounds for the Dragon, who breathed more fire again today. Ably assisted by Gaspar Vidmar there, topping the assists. I can't imagine he's done that too often. Lauri Markkanen, well, he top scored for Finland. And it was another memorable night for him. It just didn't end the way he would have wanted.
No, absolutely not. He put an awful lot into the game, coming out with 24 points, 7 rebounds, but not quite enough to take his team to the win. Sad sights we're seeing at the moment, though, as Markkanen is being helped back to the locker room. Looks like he may have injured one of his ankles in that final play of the game. No one wants to see a superstar leave the court hobbling.
That is a sad way to see this game end from his perspective, and well, as you say, from every basketball fan's perspective. As we'd love to see him back. There's more action tomorrow in the group phase of EuroBasket 2017, and Finland will be taking on Poland in the last game of the night here at the Helsinki Arena. Slovenia, they'll face another tough one. They go up against Greek side that'll be a little raw from their defeat earlier to France, but they showed real spirit there, and that is due to be a great contest. We'll leave you with highlights of the action here from Helsinki, but it's finished another thrilling game at EuroBasket. It's finished Finland 78, Slovenia 81.
I've got to take something back, that's all. But plus, it's a pretty cool photo. Good tomorrow.
Yeah, we're not going to be short of full houses here, I don't think.